Minister Lawrence Wong today shared 4 broad strategies that will go into shaping the future of education in Singapore.
Speaking at the NUS 115 Distinguished Speaker Series, Mr. Wong stressed the importance of needs-based resourcing and helping marginalized students.
First, we must double down on our ongoing efforts to maximize opportunities for the more disadvantaged groups and ensure that education remains an uplifting force for society. One emerging area of focus is mental health. Working with our schools and institutions of higher learning, we want to do more to destigmatize mental health issues, strengthen peer support, recruit more full-time counselors, and have more educators trained as para-counselors.
Well, Mr. Wong also highlighted a multiple pathway approach to help students hone their different strengths, as well as the need to develop attitudes and skills beyond the books.
It's really not binary, right? Especially if you take the perspective that training is not limited to book knowledge, it's not limited to what you learn in the university, and training is for life. I was interested in music from a very young age. I wanted to study music too, right? I would have loved to go to Berklee College of Music as opposed to studying economics. And I started to enjoy economics in school. I enjoyed what I do. But I don't give up music. I continue to play the guitar. I continue to play instruments. Even today, I continue to learn new things on music. There is no need to make binary choices, right? There's no need to make binary choices, especially when you recognize that you can learn from so many different pathways, and it's so easily accessible, and learning is for life. Don't close yourself to these options and think that just because I can't do this, I have to settle for something less.
Mr. Wong also touched on the need for more pervasive interdisciplinary learning to support career mobility and prepare Singaporeans for a more uncertain future.
He brought up some ways in which employers and institutes of higher learning can make this happen.
Employers must take responsibility and ownership of skills utilization. If it's just led by training providers or universities, it will not work. Companies and employers must be an integral part of this process. Hence the importance of workplace learning. Because we all know a lot of learning takes place on the job. It's often from learning by doing. It's a process of trial and error. But sometimes it's also through feedback and tips from colleagues or just by watching how other people do it. Too much of this learning is ad hoc today. It's not systematic, it's not structured, it's not even deliberately thought through, it's just ad hoc. All IHLs, especially our universities, must build relationships with your graduates. You need to build a lifelong relationship with all of your students. And it's not just about getting them to donate as alumni, but it's about supporting them after they enter the workforce, continuously engaging with them to update them on the latest trends in industry, to help them grow their professional networks and encourage them to proactively upskill and reskill.
Journalist Julian Ang tells us that while the strategies are not new, they underscore the direction that the government is taking when it comes to Singapore's education system.
So broadly speaking, I think the aim is to get Singaporeans to have a sort of mindset change with a move towards embracing lifelong learning. And all these changes in recent years, such as the PSLE scoring system, the removal of the T-score, and the phasing out of things like streaming and replacing it with subject-based banding, the system where students are actually able to take subjects at different levels, higher or lower, depending on their strengths. So all these changes, I think they contribute to a certain mindset change. And they also send a signal that, our education system has been shifting and will continue to shift. Today, it was good to hear from Education Minister Lawrence Wong in the context of a post-COVID-19 world. And I think for me, the thing that stood out a little bit more was when Mr. Wong mentioned that there will be a review headed by Second Minister of Education, Maliki Osman, a review to ensure that IT and polytechnic graduates are prepared for the working world and to make sure that their skills are matched to both their interests and also what employers out there are looking for. So I think MOE mentioned that there will be more details on this review that will be announced soon, and I think that will be something to look out for.